Paul Heyman just dropped a bombshell on Monday Night Raw that has the entire wrestling world in absolute chaos right now. What's up, Suplex Rumble family? Welcome back to the channel where we you the biggest stories, the hottest takes, and the most UNB bringy lievable on in professional wrestling. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell because you do not want to miss a single second of wrestling history as it unfolds. Today, we're diving into something absolutely massive. We're talking about Paul Heyman, the wise man, the special counsel, the advocate, the mastermind behind some of the greatest storylines in WWE history, and what he allegedly said and did during Monday Night Raw that has fans, superstars, and the entire industry talking. This is not a drill, people. Let's break down everything that happened, what it could mean for the future of WWE, and whether this is a work, a shoot, or something completely in between. Before we get into the nuclear explosion that allegedly went down on Raw, let's set the stage for those who might be newer to the wrestling world or need a refresher on just how important Paul Heyman is to this business. Paul Heyman isn't just a manager. He's not just a mouthpiece. This man is a legend in professional wrestling. We're talking about someone who helped revolutionize the industry in the 1990s with Extreme Championship Wrestling (ECW). He gave us hardcore wrestling, he gave us cutting-edge storylines, he discovered and elevated talents like Rob Van Dam, Taz, and so many others who became household names. When ECW closed its doors, Paul didn't fade away. He brought his genius to WWE, where he became the advocate for Brock Lesnar, the Beast incarnate. Together, they created one of the most dominant partnerships in wrestling history. Heyman's promos became legendary. His ability to tell a story, to build emotion, to make you believe in a character is unmatched. More recently, Heyman aligned himself with Roman Reigns, becoming the special counsel to the tribal chief during one of the most critically acclaimed championship reigns in modern WWE history. The Bloodline storyline? Much of that success has Heyman's fingerprints all over it. So when Paul Heyman speaks, the wrestling world listens. And when Paul Heyman makes a move like what allegedly happened on Raw, the entire so here's what we're hearing from multiple sources, fan reports, and social media buzz that exploded after Monday Night Raw went off the air. According to reports circulating online, during a backstage segment or promo, details are still emerging. Paul Heyman apparently went off script. And I don't mean a little improvisation here and there. We're talking about a full-blown, no-holds-barred verbal assault on WWE's creative direction, their storyline decisions, and the way certain talents are being utilized. Fans who were in the arena reported hearing Heyman's voice becoming more intense, more personal. Words like wasted potential, creative bankruptcy, and disrespect to the legacy have been mentioned in various fan accounts. Some say he called out specific recent booking decisions that didn't make sense, storylines that went nowhere, and talents who were being underutilized despite having incredible ability. And then here's where it gets wild. Heyman allegedly removed his microphone, looked directly into the camera, and said something to the effect of, "I can't be part of this anymore. I'm done." Now, we need to be very clear here, WWE has not released an official statement confirming these exact details. Raw broadcasts can be edited for timing, and what airs on television isn't always everything that happens in the arena. But the fact that this is dominating wrestling Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, and every wrestling news outlet tells us that something significant happened. Multiple fans posted on social media claiming they witnessed this moment live. Some say security escorted Heyman backstage immediately afterward. Others claim the show went to a commercial break that felt longer than usual, and when they came back, everything continued as if nothing had happened. Analytical, balanced tone. Alright, Suplex Rumble family, here's where we need to put on our detective hats and really analyze what's going on, because in professional wrestling, the line between reality and storyline is always blurred, and Paul Heyman is the master of blurring that line. The "it's a work" argument. Let's look at the evidence that this could be a carefully crafted storyline. Paul Heyman is one of the greatest storytellers in wrestling history. He knows how to work the internet, how to create buzz, and how to make people question what's real. Remember when CM Punk cut the pipe bomb promo in 2011? That felt incredibly real, incredibly raw, and it turned out to be one of the greatest worked shoots in wrestling history. WWE loves creating these as it real moments because they generate massive attention. In today's era where fans analyze everything, a controversial moment like this gets people talking, speculating, creating content, exactly what we're doing right now. It drives engagement, drives viewership, and keeps WWE in the headlines. Plus, if Heyman truly quit or was genuinely upset, would WWE allow footage or audio to leak? They control their production incredibly tightly. The fact that this happened in front of fans but hasn't been officially addressed could be strategic silence, building anticipation for next week's Raw. The "it's a shoot" argument. On the flip side, there are reasons to believe something legitimate happened. WWE's creative process has been criticized publicly before. We've heard stories from released talents about frustrations with booking decisions, last-minute script changes, and storylines that don't connect with audiences. Paul Heyman has always been someone who fights for the integrity of the product. He's spoken in interviews about his passion for storytelling and his frustration when things don't live up to their potential. If creative decisions were being made that Heyman fundamentally disagreed with, he has the reputation and the clout to speak his mind. Also, legitimate backstage tensions sometimes do spill over. Wrestling history is full of real disagreements, contract disputes, and creative differences that became public. Just because it's a scripted show doesn't mean real emotions and real frustrations don't exist behind the scenes. My take. Here's what I think. Suplex Rumble family. This is most likely a worked shoot a storyline based on real frustrations, designed to feel authentic and generate buzz. Paul Heyman is too smart, too experienced, and too valuable to WWE to genuinely burn bridges in such a public way without it being part of a larger plan. But that doesn't make it any less compelling or any less significant for where WWE might be heading with their storytelling. So whether this is a work, a shoot, or something in between, let's talk about what this could mean for WWE moving forward, because the implications are if this is part of a storyline, we could be seeing the beginning of a major new angle. Maybe Heyman is positioning himself to turn on Roman Reigns or whoever he's currently aligned with. Maybe he's about to advocate for a new client, someone unexpected, someone who could benefit from Heyman's legendary promo skills. Imagine if Heyman aligned with a rising star who's been overlooked that could be gold. This could also be setting up a power struggle storyline where Heyman becomes a rogue figure, operating outside of WWE management's control, similar to what we've seen in the past with authority figure angles. Those storylines, when done right, can be incredibly compelling. If there's any truth to frustrations with creative direction, this could signal that WWE is about to make some changes. Maybe they're listening to fan feedback about certain storylines that aren't working. Maybe they're recognizing that the product needs a creative refresh. Paul Heyman speaking out even in a worked capacity could be WWE's way of acknowledging criticisms and promising something different. Let's not forget the business side of wrestling. Paul Heyman is a massive asset to WWE, but he's also someone who knows his worth. Could this be part of contract negotiations happening behind the scenes? Creating public buzz can increase leverage. Again, this is pure speculation, but it's worth considering. What fans are saying. The wrestling community is divided right now. Some fans are praising Heyman for allegedly speaking truth to power. Others are skeptical, saying we shouldn't believe everything we see. And many are just excited because anything involving Paul Heyman is going to be must-see television. Social media has been on fire with memes, hot takes, and fantasy booking scenarios. The engagement alone shows that WWE, whether intentionally or not, has captured everyone's attention. You know what makes professional wrestling so incredible, Suplex Rumble family? It's moments like these. Moments where we don't quite know what's real and what's storyline. Moments where reality and fiction collide in ways that no other form of entertainment can replicate. Think about the greatest moments in wrestling history. The Montreal Screwjob. Stone Cold Steve Austin's rise. CM Punk's pipe bomb. The Summer of Punk. Daniel Bryan's Yes movement. So many of these iconic moments existed in that gray area between work and shoot, between scripted entertainment and genuine emotion. Paul Heyman understands this better than almost anyone. He's built his entire career on making you feel something, on making you question what's happening, on making you care. Whether what happened on Raw was 100% scripted or had elements of truth, it's already succeeded in its primary goal, getting the wrestling world talking. And that's what we love about this business. We love the speculation. We love the analysis. We love being part of the conversation as stories unfold. We're not just passive viewers, we're participants in this incredible ongoing narrative that is professional wrestling. WWE has given us countless memorable moments over the decades. Whether they're building towards something amazing with this Paul Heyman situation or whether this is a genuine behind-the-scenes issue that got exposed, we're here for it. We're invested. We're engaged. And we can't wait to see what happens next. So there you have it, Suplex Rumble family. The complete breakdown of Paul Heyman's alleged explosive moment on Monday Night Raw. Whether it's a brilliant storyline, a legitimate issue, or something in between, one thing is certain: the wrestling world is watching, and we're all waiting to see what happens next. What do you think? Is this a work or a shoot? What should WWE do next? Who should Paul Heyman align with if he's starting fresh? Drop your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going because your voice matters in this community. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash the like button, share this video with your wrestling friends, and subscribe to Suplex Rumble for all the latest news, analysis, and discussions about everything happening in professional wrestling. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes content, quick takes, and even more wrestling discussion throughout the week. Links are in the description below.